Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of the British royal family, exploring the intimate decisions and dramatic developments that often unfold behind the palace gates. Today, we confront a powerful narrative of ambition, family loyalty, and the lure of a faraway land. A story centered around one of the monarchy's most beloved couples, Zara and Mike Tindall. We are discussing a profound, life-altering decision that, according to insiders, sent ripples of concern all the way up to Buckingham Palace, catching the discerning eye of King Charles III himself. This wasn't just a simple change of address. It was the reported planning of an international upheaval, one that involved potentially abandoning their life in the United Kingdom for a fresh start under the Southern Cross in Australia. Before we unravel the details of this transatlantic tension and the emotional weight it carried, do me a great favor. Please remember to tap that like button, subscribe to our channel for more in-depth royal analysis, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a moment of these captivating stories. Your support helps us bring these detailed narratives to life. Now let us set the stage for this extraordinary debate over geography and destiny. Zara Tindall, the daughter of Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, and her husband, the former England rugby captain Mike Tindall, have long epitomized the modern, grounded face of the extended royal family. They reside quite comfortably, we might add, at the Princess Royal's sprawling Gatcombe Park estate, nestled securely in the picturesque countryside of Gloucestershire. This estate is not just a residence, it is a hub for family life and equestrian pursuits, deeply rooted in the soil of the English aristocracy. However, despite this seemingly idyllic existence, whispers began to circulate and quickly escalated into serious discussions that the couple was intensely considering moving their young family to the other side of the world. The destination? Australia. The notion of the Tindalls forsaking their homeland for a permanent relocation across the globe reportedly caused considerable distress to the sovereign. King Charles III, the king who is Zara's uncle, shares a remarkably strong affectionate bond with both Zara and Mike. Their presence in the UK is a source of comfort and stability for the wider family structure, particularly as the monarch navigates the ongoing evolution of the monarchy. The prospect of losing such close and trusted family members to such vast geographical distance was, understandably, deeply troubling for the king. It is said that King Charles III, upon learning the seriousness of their intentions, personally urged them, his niece and nephew-in-law, to revisit their decision of permanent relocation. The suggestion was not merely a casual inquiry, it was a heartfelt appeal from the head of the family, highlighting the emotional implications of such a monumental move. To truly understand the magnetic pull Australia holds for the Tindalls, we must rewind the clock 2 decades to the year 2003. It was during the height of the Rugby World Cup in Sydney that fate, or perhaps Prince Harry acting as a very effective Cupid, intervened. The future couple first locked eyes in a lively Sydney bar. It was a chance encounter, a serendipitous moment during a major sporting event that irrevocably changed the course of both their personal and professional lives. That initial spark ignited a romance that quickly became one of the most publicly admired relationships connected to the royal family. Following their enduring courtship, the pair formalized their commitment in July 2011, marrying in a ceremony that celebrated both tradition and their distinctively down-to-earth personalities. Since then, they have welcomed 3 beautiful children into the world: Mia, Lena, and Lucas. These 3 young members of the royal family are currently growing up in the security and traditional setting of Gatcombe Park. Yet the longing for the expansive, less scrutinized lifestyle that Australia offers seems to have always lingered in the periphery of their thoughts. The groundwork for this potential move had been laid years before the serious discussions began. Back in 2019, Zara Tindall, speaking candidly with the prestigious Australian Women's Weekly, publicly hinted that a move to Australia might eventually be a strong possibility once her intensive professional equestrian career began to wind down. She articulated the practical barriers at the time, stating clearly, and I quote, "Probably not while I'm still competing. It would be a little bit hard commuting. But after that, yes, I think if an opportunity came up, we'd definitely think about it." Mike Tindall, ever the pragmatist and admirer of the Antipodean lifestyle, enthusiastically echoed his wife's sentiments during that same conversation. He spoke glowingly of the environment, emphasizing the relaxed pace of life that so contrasts with the often frenetic schedule of high-profile life in the UK. Mike added succinctly, "It's not a rushed lifestyle. I think it's a great place and we enjoy it so much." These were not just fleeting thoughts. They were the seeds of a genuine aspiration, nurtured by their deep affection for the country where their relationship began. However, the transition from aspiration to execution encountered significant emotional resistance from their immediate relatives. The initial plan, which involved a full and permanent departure from the United Kingdom, led to what can only be described as a royal crisis of emotion. In a pivotal moment of transparency regarding the family's feelings, a source shared details of a sit-down discussion, where the idea of a permanent relocation was discussed with solemn seriousness. The reaction from several members of the family was visceral and deeply felt. The source revealed that the conversation drew blank faces and teary eyes from several members of the family. This detail paints a heartbreaking picture of the internal conflict facing the Windsors. While they undoubtedly desire happiness for Zara, Mike, and their children, the thought of such a physical separation, especially given the current generation's focus on maintaining close family unity, was simply overwhelming for some. The blank faces and tears underscore the profound impact that the loss of their daily presence would have had on the familial ecosystem, centered around Gatcombe Park and the wider royal circle. The emotional response made one thing instantly, painfully clear to the Tindalls. A permanent break was untenable, at least for the foreseeable future, given the depth of feeling involved. The source elaborated further on the outcome of that emotionally charged meeting, confirming the shift in strategy. It became instantly clear that it wasn't a move that could ever become permanent. Longer periods of time will be spent in Australia instead. This brings us to the crucial update, reported in October 2024, which detailed the compromise reached by the couple. Rather than pursuing the initial, highly disruptive goal of permanent relocation, Mike and Zara settled on a hybrid approach. They would look to strategically divide their time between Australia and the UK. This resolution represents a delicate balancing act, attempting to satisfy the Tindalls' desire for the Australian lifestyle while simultaneously mitigating the distress felt by King Charles III and the rest of the family. The refined intention, as revealed by the source, was specifically tailored for the family to spend more time in Australia over the coming years, which includes both winter and summer holidays abroad with the children. This framework allows Mia, Lena, and Lucas to experience the Australian culture, climate, and environment for extended periods, providing the couple with the unrushed lifestyle Mike so admired, without completely severing their vital ties to Gloucestershire and the British monarchy. The significance of this compromise cannot be overstated. It confirms the immense pressure and the responsibility the Tindalls feel towards their family in the UK. While Zara is not a working royal and her children do not hold titles, they remain integral parts of the extended royal family, and their presence is highly valued, particularly by the king. It is evident that the monarch's council, his urging them to reconsider, played a crucial role in steering the couple away from a full departure. The potential relocation of a significant high-profile branch of the family would have been a narrative complication for the monarchy, echoing, albeit on a much smaller scale, the decisions made by other family members seeking new lives abroad. The current arrangement suggests a proactive effort to integrate their love for Australia with their responsibilities and emotional connections in the UK. For the children, this will mean a unique childhood, split between the rolling hills of Gloucestershire and the vibrant, sun-drenched coasts of Australia. However, despite this clear compromise towards a shared lifestyle, the final word regarding a full, permanent departure from the UK remains contingent upon the approval of the king. The sources indicate that even the idea of a permanent move has not yet earned the requisite blessing from King Charles III. This detail reinforces the notion that while the Tindalls enjoy considerable freedom, major decisions affecting the family's geographic presence still require, if not formal permission, then certainly the deep, meaningful acceptance of the sovereign. The story of Zara and Mike Tindall's Australian aspirations is more than just celebrity real estate news. It is a profound illustration of the tension between personal desire and familial duty that permeates the lives of those connected to the crown. They seek a balance, a way to embrace the freedom and space offered by Australia without causing undue pain or separation anxiety for the family they love back home. Their commitment to spending longer periods of time in Australia, rather than permanently moving, speaks volumes about their loyalty and their recognition of the emotional impact their choices have on the wider royal family, especially their grandmother and uncle, Princess Anne and King Charles III. As we look ahead, we will likely see the Tindall family embracing this divided life, enjoying the best of both hemispheres. This compromise allows them to pursue their professional interests, indulge their love for the Australian lifestyle, and still remain firmly anchored in the heart of the royal family at Gatcombe Park. It is a modern solution to a timeless dilemma: how to follow your heart without leaving your family behind. This saga certainly provides us with much to reflect upon regarding the evolving dynamics within the royal family and the challenges faced by those who, though not burdened by the daily duties of the crown, still feel the weight of their heritage and their close familial bonds. We have explored the romantic beginnings in Sydney in 2003, the initial hints in 2019, the serious threat of full departure, the teary family reaction, and the eventual compromise established in October 2024. It is a narrative rich with emotion and high stakes. Now, I turn the question over to you, our dedicated viewers. What are your thoughts on this delicate balance? Do you believe Zara and Mike Tindall have found the perfect solution by dividing their time? Or do you think the pull of Australia will eventually prove too strong for them to resist a permanent move? Let me know your opinions and insights in the comments section below. I love reading your well-considered observations on these royal matters. Thank you so much for watching this detailed exploration of the Tindall's potential transatlantic shift. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more exclusive content, and join us next time as we continue to track the latest developments from the heart of the royal family. Until then, take care.